Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 dumbest things owned by rich people. Did you know that the richest 1% of people in the world have 99% of the world's money? This means that sometimes rich people just don't know what to spend their money on. Well, here are the funniest and dumbest things rich people have spent their billions on. But before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Unlike the things in this video, it doesn't cost a penny. Coming in at number 10 is a 4chan post. So, we all know the anonymous message board 4chan. It's where anyone can anonymously post thoughts, messages, and pictures online. Literally anyone can post there totally free, which is why it may surprise you that a printout of a post from that website was sold for $90,000. $90,900 to be exact, and that was after just 36 hours of bidding. One artist simply made a post on 4chan. It said art used to be something to cherish, now it literally can be anything. Then they said this post is art. Now, you may debate this, but numbers don't lie. One rich art connoisseur was so impressed with this art that they paid $90,000 for it. Just imagine spending what could have been a deposit on a house on an online screenshot. The crazy thing is, the guy who bought this could have easily replicated it for free. He simply could have copied and pasted that message onto 4chan and then taken a screenshot himself. But I guess for the mega rich, it's easier just to pay the $90K. Next up is a right shoe. So, we all know that some shoes are very expensive, but you wouldn't normally pay an obscene amount of money for one right shoe. Well, that's what one guy did a few years back when he spent $62,000 on one right shoe. But this isn't just any right shoe. It used to belong to Justin Bieber, but at a concert in Frankfurt, Germany, he tossed his sneakers into the crowd. The person who got the right shoe sold it on eBay that night for $62,000. But where is the left Yeezy, you may ask? Well, the lucky person who got that decided to hold on to it. But instead of selling it online, they made an Instagram account for the shoe. The shoe is pictured playing Xbox, riding skateboards, and looking at the eBay bid of the right shoe. What would you do if you got one of Justin Bieber's shoes? Would you sell it, or would you make an Instagram page for it? I'm pretty sure I know what I'd do. Next up is a blob of dried glue. Let me ask you a question. How much would you pay for a blob of dried glue? One day, Christopher Herbert from the UK found a blob of dried glue and managed to sell it for $239,000. But what was so amazing about this glue, you may be asking? Well, it was in the shape of Homer Simpson's head. Yeah, I know what you mean. It doesn't exactly look like Homer Simpson, but some people obviously thought it did. Apparently, the blob of glue appeared totally naturally. Christopher didn't try and make it look like Homer Simpson, but it just kind of did. Now, you may be thinking, what kind of lunatic would pay $239,000 for a blob of glue? I'm asking the same question, but a lot of people are saying this is fake. However, Christopher says the money is in his account, and it wasn't fake at all. When you can drop $239,000 on a blob of glue, you know you've made it in life. Next up is tea bag. So, when you go into a store, one of the cheapest things in there will be tea bags. You can buy boxes with hundreds of them for a few dollars. This is because they're used once for brewing tea and then thrown away. But one company make a tea bag and sell it for $14,000. The company is of course British and is called Boodle's Jewelers. They handcraft all of their tea bags with 280 diamonds. The tea inside is PG Tips, which is the UK's favourite tea, and on the outside you can see the diamonds. You also get a nice silver and diamond chain to go on it. Now, I'm not sure how many people really buy these, and when they do buy them, I wonder if they really use them for tea or just save them as a collector's item. Can you imagine spending $14,000 on a cup of tea? Just think, if you saved up enough tea bags, you could finally afford to buy that blob of glue you've always wanted. Next up is guinea pig armor. So, if we know one thing about guinea pigs, it's that they always need armor. So, what is the number one thing your pet needs? Well, according to one company, that's all wrong. All they need is some armor. I guess when WW3 starts, our secret weapons will be guinea pigs. That is because one company makes guinea pig armor for $25,000. This includes a full chainmail suit and a metal helmet. Now, I'm not sure how much a guinea pig would like being dressed in armor. The ones in the photos don't seem too pumped about it. But I guess in a world where AI is taking over and leaders of countries are threatening to nuke each other on Twitter, this is needed. Would you guys want to keep your guinea pig safe with $25,000 armor? Next up is ice cubes. So, when you think of ice cubes, they are literally free. I mean, it's just frozen water after all. Well, that is not the case for this product called Luxury Ice Cubes. They're made by a company called Glacé Luxury Ice Co. And they are $325. And that's not for a pack, that's $325 per cube. The company is from California and they handcraft and sell perfectly squared ice cubes. The cubes apparently provide minimum dilution and maximum cooling, so it won't make your drink all watery, but it will make it very cold. Yeah, I'm willing to have a hot watery drink if it means me not having to pay $325. I want to freeze my drink, not my bank account. But any rich guys in the comments, let me know, would you spend $325 on ice cubes? Scratch that, one ice cube. Next up is Game Boy. So, when you were a kid, you likely tried to make your parents buy you a Game Boy. Some parents may have said yes, but some may have said no as it was too expensive. Well, if your parents did say it was too expensive, then at least they didn't have to buy you this. One company has made a diamond and gold Game Boy, and the starting price for one of these things is $25,000. It sure would be a nice trip down memory lane, but for $25,000 I'll stay right here in the present. The Game Boy looks pretty awesome and is covered in 18 karat gold and diamonds. The screen is all the same, but the casing is gold, and as you can see around the screen is diamonds. That could get a bit distracting, having diamonds shining in your eyes while you're trying to concentrate on Pokemon, but I'm guessing people mostly buy this to show off and not to play their favorite games on. Either way, it is a cool collectible, but would you buy this if you had all the money in the world? Next up is toilet paper. So, you've probably heard before in rap songs when rappers say they use money like toilet paper. But a $100 bill pales in comparison to this toilet paper. The toilet paper is made by a website called Toilet Paper Man. They're known for selling ultra soft rolls of toilet paper. But they also have a very special product on their site called gold toilet paper. It is what it sounds like, toilet paper made of gold. And you can buy one yourself for $1.4 million. That's right, one roll of this stuff costs more than most houses. You have to be incredibly rich and dumb to buy this. But it is delivered with a bottle of champagne, so maybe it's worth it. Nah, still not worth it. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody who bought this would use champagne as toilet water. Would it even be that nice having golden toilet paper? I don't know, but people have actually bought this. Just knowing people have actually paid $1.4 million for toilet paper really does hurt your view of humanity. Next up is trash. So, most people would pay not to have trash around their home. But for the super rich, they need something to spend their money on. One guy was walking through a rich neighborhood and saw somebody had a Louis Vuitton trash can. I'm not sure how much this cost or if it was custom built, but it sure does look pretty legitimate and expensive. And another thing somebody saw was a Louis Vuitton trash bag. I didn't even know they make these. Perhaps it was a personalized thing done by a designer. But either way, you can guarantee it's way more expensive than the basic Walmart trash bags. Have you ever seen designer trash before? Next up is dog collar. So, did you see the $25,000 guinea pig armor and think that's not swag enough? Well then check out this very expensive pet accessory. In fact, the most expensive pet accessory in the world. This dog collar is made of diamonds and costs $3.2 million. It's stupidly expensive and is encrusted with thousands of diamonds. It also has sapphires and the piece de resistance, one massive 52 karat diamond. It's very expensive and very pointless, especially as your dog can't tell the difference between a $1 dog collar and a $3.2 million dog collar. BuzzFeed really need to do a worth it on dog collars and include this one. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the dumbest thing rich people own. And check out my second channel too. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment, so give it a watch. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what you're waiting for, subscribe to Top 10s.